I'm going to sing you a song that I heard a long time ago, and then I'm going to tell you why it's stuck in my head and what I think about it now. So here goes. Your very good friend, the Heart Association, wants you to keep these do's and don'ts in mind. Watch your diet, watch your weight, and exercise. The right amount is good for your heart. So I would have learned that song by seeing it on a commercial that the American Heart Association used to run on television pretty much all the time. But I'm gonna guess, considering that it's from my childhood, probably the early 1970s. I probably saw it on Saturday mornings while watching cartoons because, yeah, back in the days before Cartoon Network on cable, back in the days before streaming on demand, a lot of cartoons were either rerun from the old days in package shows on Saturday mornings, or new cartoons were shown on Saturday mornings as well. I bring this commercial up because obviously, in one sense, it illustrates the real power of catchy slogans and catchy advertising-esque jingles to stick in the mind and come up in our memory years and years and years later. But I thought about it because I was in an online conversation about obesity in modern society and how nobody talks about the simple things we can do to improve our weight, improve our general fitness, yada, yada, yada. And I flashed on, I'm sorry, have people forgotten to say, watch your diet, watch your weight, and exercise? Because I don't think so. And in fact, I've been hearing that advice my entire life in multiple ways, from multiple sources. It's nothing new. I really don't think it's a failure to say those words that's the problem here. If anything, I'd say the other thing that commercial illustrates is the significant inability of slogans and catchphrases and sound bites and jingles to really promote long-term change by themselves. It's easy enough to remember those words. It's not nearly as easy to apply them. If all it took was sloganeering, I heard all the right slogans all the way back, I would never have gained the weight that I did in my 30s and 40s. It's a pretty simple prescription. Eat less, move more. We've all heard it. But listen to the phrasing. Watch your diet, watch your weight, exercise. The right amount is good for your heart. Well, the right amount is left undefined. It doesn't fit in the jingle. And in the 50 years since I heard that song, some of that advice about how much is good for you has changed and gone back and forth. Right now, a lot of us talk about the magical powers of walking, and hey, I'm not averse to it. I'm doing it right this minute. Many people who talk about walking will talk about the power of getting 10,000 steps in a day, including people that I respect highly. But if you listen to them more closely, if they have time, they'll remember to tell you that 9,000 steps is still good, 8,000 steps is still good, 6,000 steps is still good. It's better than 0. But that's the part of the message that doesn't necessarily fit into an easy slogan. Another one of the really popular slogans these days is, oh, everyone's too soft. Oh, everyone's too lazy. I don't think it's much more use than the right amount of exercise is good for your heart. When I gained weight in my 30s and 40s, I was working very hard at my career, and I was working very hard at settling down with my family, buying a house, settling in, getting our lives together, and taking care of business. My focus should probably have been broader, and I probably should have focused more on my personal health at that time. But the choices I made were reasonable choices. And that's true for a lot of us. I don't think laziness is what people think it is. And I think slogans based on laziness turn out to have about as much value as slogans based on get the right amount of exercise, and we're not going to tell you what that is. As always, one of the best recommendations I can give anybody is dig a little bit deeper. Don't believe the hype, even your own. If you've made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if this video or any of my others have entertained you, made you smile, taught you something, given you some support on your own journey for mental or physical health and fitness, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if that's too much of a commitment right now, please at least give it a thumbs up. Thanks for your time, thanks for your support, thanks for your attention. Go kick some butt, including your own, in a good way. Love ya. A lot of cars today. That's what happens when you walk on the main street. But train!